Welcome to Voice of a Niner Faithful. I'm Jason Teal, your host. This is my very first ever podcast, so you'll have to bear with me as I learn the ropes and talk about our favorite team, the San Francisco 49ers. Now, you're probably wondering, why is the name Voice of a Niner Faithful and not Voice of the 49er Faithful? Well, the A is pretty much meaning me instead of saying the, because I can't really speak for every 49er faithful. Let me give you an example. Back last year before, when there was Team Trey and Team Jimmy, well, it's kind of hard to say that I'm one or the other. I liked them both, so I wasn't on a particular team. But that said, that's why it's an A and not a the. Now, let's move on. Let's get this thing rolling. I'm going to occasionally seem to stop for a second because I actually put myself a little teleprompter kind of thing so I get my notes up right above the screen. So, as I said, this is my first podcast. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am obviously Niner Faithful. My stepfather was from San Francisco, so he raised me on the Niners. But all the other sports, I'm afraid, I'm from Wisconsin. I'm from Cheesehead Country. I live in Wisconsin. And so I am a Bucks, Brewers, Wave, Admirals, Badgers, all the other teams besides NFL. I'm Wisconsin. So, but this is all about NFL. This is all about the Niners. So that's what's important. And by the way, it's the best sport out there anyway. So now, let's get into this. I'm recording this Thursday night, right before the Super Bowl. So let's talk a little Super Bowl-ish. My first part of this program is going to be about the Chiefs and what we have to do, who they have, and what I think that they need to cover, and what we should be worried about. And a lot of people I've heard thinking, we last couple games we've had some issues with stopping the run. So the Chiefs have this guy named Pacheco. And I hear a lot of, hey, he's a really good running back. He's done this, he's done that. I actually looked up his stats. And, yeah, they're okay. I wouldn't say they're great. They're definitely not CMC great, that's for sure. Pacheco, he did 3 games last year of over 100 yards rushing. Only 3. And he also, majority of the time, carried the ball less than 20 times a game. Now, that's actually okay for a running back. He's not like, he's not like our former Frank Gore or current CMC who's carrying the ball 25, 30, 35 times a game. But he's also only had 24 carries in each of the 2 playoff games that he was pretty decent in. But still, neither of them, I think, were over 100 yards. So I honestly don't think he's the huge threat. I think we can keep him contained. I think we need to keep him contained. He doesn't seem to go on the outside a lot. He's more between the tackles kind of a guy, though I have seen him run outside. But I think we can keep him contained. I think we're good enough. But the biggest threat, biggest threat, is Travis Kelce. Oh, and Mahomes, but that's kind of obvious. But Travis Kelce is someone we really need to keep control of. We need to get somebody on him, or more than somebody on him. I'm thinking that we need to probably get, we either need to put Ward on him the whole game, or we put Ward on Rice or I honestly can't think of Scantling, or I think Rice is their best receiver at the moment, though they do have some other smaller, Scantling. They got Watson, I think, a couple others, but Rice seems to be their bigger wide receiver. So if you're not going to put Ward on Kelsey, put Ward on him, and then maybe do a like a boxing in kind of thing over the top and one underneath or something like that with Kelsey. But Fred Warner and I don't know, one of the safeties, doesn't matter who, but one over the top, one underneath. Need to have two people on Kelsey at all times if you're not going to put Ward on him all the time. That's the biggest thing. I think that combined with the pressure, if we can get the D-line to get some major pressure, several sacks would be nice. If we can get that sort of thing going, if we can get pressures, we can get the sacks, we can get the keep Mahomes contained, and then also make sure Kelsey is nice and covered. I think that's our biggest threat right there, is just Kelsey. Keep someone on Kelsey. But speaking of pressures, and speaking of sacks, and speaking of the defensive line, this goes into my next section of the program. And normally there might be a commercial here, or advertisement, or sponsor kind of thing. Like I'm sure a lot of you listen to Niners Talk with Matt Miyoko, or one of my favorites. I'm plugging some people I know. One of my favorites is a thing called Locked On 49ers. That's called the Locked On Podcast Network, Locked On 49ers. They do every team, so if you're into any other, San Francisco Giants or anybody else, the Lakers or whoever, they do a Locked On of them as well. So just look up Locked On and your team name and you'll find it. But Locked On 49ers, they do a good program, but their commercial, they have their commercials, both Mayoko or Locked On 49ers or whoever you listen to, the bigger names, bigger podcasts. They have their what is Matt Mayoko's his big one is Big O Tires. But anyway, right now would be that time that I'd be doing that if I get that far. I'm hoping I will. I'm positive. I like to think I am. And we will get that far eventually. So, now, part two. Part two is scrolling down. Oh, yes. Chase Young. Speaking of the defensive line. Chase Young, are we going to sit him? Are we going to play him? And if we're going to play him, how much are we going to play him? Yes, there were other players out there the last game against the Lions that, they didn't do the greatest job in the world, especially the first half. Yeah, they picked it up in the second half, but still, we can't really do that against the Chiefs. If that happens, we aren't going to pull this out. But Chase Young was the one that they picked on the most, especially the big media and all that. Hey, is Chase? What are we going to do? For starters, yes, he definitely needs to pick up his game. Yes, they're going to play him. They're not going to sit him. They're going to play him. They don't have enough depth at this time to not play him. I'd say if I wish Drake Jackson was not on IR. I think he's actually healthy, but I don't think he's just off IR yet. One, they'd have to boot somebody else off, and I don't think they have enough time to get him back off IR now. But I think next year, by the way, Jake Jackson's going to have a big year. But they just don't have the depth, so Chase Young's going to play. How much is he going to play? I think that will depend on how well he does. I think in the first quarter, second quarter, if he actually starts to show, hey, I'm here to play. I'm gonna get lots of pressures. I'm gonna get a sack or two. They'll play him a lot more in the second half. If he's really just blah the first half, I could see him not even getting less play time. But I if they do that, I think they need to move Armstead back out like he used to be, to the edge, have Hargrave and Kinlaw on the inside. I think that would work quite well. I think Armstead would actually be able to do a better job even. But that's just my opinion. So, again, Chase Young, we'll see how he does the first half. That will determine how much more play time he's going to get. Now, there's other people that we could use to pick it up in defense as well. Ambry Thomas. Ambry Thomas, he struggled a bit to pass in the playoffs so far. He's had some good plays, but it's about a 50-50 thing with him. He needs to pick it up big time. I think if he can pick it up and pull off some good plays, just stay with who he's supposed to be with. If he's man to man, stay with that person. Don't get fooled by whatever the quarterback might be doing. If it's zone, stay in your zone. Don't try not to fall for the trick plays and all that. I understand. I'm obviously not a professional football player. I might have played when I was a little kid, but yeah, no. I don't. I know that there's a lot involved in all of this, and there's things that we don't see as fans. We don't see that bigger picture. So he could be doing a great job to Kyle Shanahan, but to us fans, it doesn't look. Yeah, he needs to pick it up. But I think I am right. I think he does need to pick it up. So now on the other side of the ball, the offensive line, the right side of the offensive line in particular, Feliciano and McKivitz, they both need to step up this game big time. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know in the comments. I say the last 4 to 5 games, it almost looks like they're trying to run CMC to the right a lot. I don't know if it's just a smoke screen, a way to keep the opposing defense honest, but CMC is running more to the right at the moment. I don't know why. He obviously runs better behind Trent Williams, and they should keep doing that. But he's doing a lot of run to the right. So McKivitz and Feliciano and whoever rotates in with them, they need to pick it up. They need to do a better job. They need to maybe get Charlie Warner or George Kittle out there and help that side, which they tend to do, but they if they can pick it up on their own and let George maybe do a quick fake block and then be able to swing out, that would be awesome. But either way, those two, I think that's the weakest part of our offense right now, is those two on the right side. Yeah, I think they're getting better as the year goes on. This is the last game. Time to show us what you got. Now, again, right now would be the second break. Another possible sponsored by blah, blah, blah. And hopefully, like in a year or so, if I'm still doing this, which I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep doing this even if you don't want to hear it. But right now would be the sponsored time. So blah, 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 sponsored. There you go. Part 3. Big matchups and predictions. So I'm thinking, obviously, what I said before with Kelsey, that's the biggest matchup. Somebody needs to get on him. Ward or a pair. You need to double him. Something. I think if I'm thinking more stick with Ward on Rice or their whoever they think is their top wide receiver, and let's double team him. with two other people, linebacker, safety, linebacker, corner, safety, whatever. Let's just get that taken care of. We need Kelce. That's the biggest matchup I see with our defense. Our biggest matchup with offense is, I think it's going to be a CMC game. So CMC against, and our offensive line against their defensive line. And I think this is going to pull out. I think this is a Kittle game. I honestly think this is going to be a Kittle game. I think their linebackers, their safeties, their corners are all going to be concentrating on Ayuk and Debo and whoever else we throw out there. And Kittle is going to be able to, slip inside, do a little swing route, just do a quick block and then slip out and be open. I think Kittle's going to be the man in this game. Kittle is going to be obviously the better tight end in this game. He's going to show Kelce that he is the better tight end. He's going to show the world he's a better tight end. And I think that's going to be the most important thing for the 49ers. Throw the ball to Kittle. Get Kittle the ball. Figure a way to get Kittle the ball. Yes, Debo's going to get his. Brandon's going to get his. First and Juwan is going to get his. But Kittle, I think, is going to be the main key to our winning this game. I am a big Kittle fan. Here, let me show you. Let's see if I can get this to work right. Screen. Yes, I'm attempting to share. There we go. Hopefully you see that. I have that picture of, if you can see it, it's a picture of George Kittle and Charlie Warner waving at the camera. I actually have that as my wallpaper on my computer. It's kind of funny. Every time I sit on my computer, there's George waving at me. So, yes, I'm a huge George Kittle fan. So, I think he's going to be the biggest person of this game, besides Brock, of course. Here I am. This is the first time I've spoken of Brock Purdy, and I've been talking for almost 18 minutes now. My God. Brock Purdy. Last pick in the draft. Everyone's talking about him. You talking heads. Don't listen to talking heads. Cam Newton's a talking head. He's just trying to get clicks. That's all. That's it. That's why he's saying what he's saying. A lot of the talking heads out there, I'm not a big fan of. I wish I could. I'm going to dig up for the next episode. I'm going to dig up this Calvin and Hobbes thing I saw on my Facebook, one of my Facebook pages, and it fits this perfectly, about talking heads and shock jocks and that sort of thing. It's funny, but it fits. So I think Brock Purdy, it's an amazing story. We all can agree with that. I think everything turned out the way it should. Just as Brock said recently in one of his interviews. He doesn't. Someone asked him if he cares about all the quarterbacks that got picked before him in the draft. Do you have a chip on your shoulder because you were the last quarterback picked? Blah blah blah. No, he doesn't. He said he doesn't. He said he just has no grudges against any teams, any other quarterbacks that were picked before him. He was picked where he was picked for a reason. And his faith holds to that, and gotta respect the guy for that. I think he's the best person in his position right now. Is he the most talented person in his position right now? No, obviously, I think Mahomes is more talented than him. I think even with Josh Allen throwing a bunch of interceptions. I think Josh Allen is probably a little bit more talented. Several others are out there that are a little more talented. But Brock Purdy is the best person overall. I think he's actually smarter than most of them. I think he's going to only grow to be even better than most of them, if not all of them. Right now, he is the best person that's going to be on that field. He's smart. He's has enough talent. He can get the ball to where he needs to get it. Yeah, he's young. He's going to make a mistake or two. It happens. We all do that. But he's just the poise of that kid. Jeez. Yes, kid. I don't know if you can notice a little gray here. I'm not a young buck. I can call him a kid. He's not much older than my own son. But he's just got it. I don't know what other way to say it. He just has what it takes to be in this position. He's really he's not a game manager. No. Let's get that out of the way. Not a game manager. He is a game changer. And I think he is lucky for what team he's on. I think if, say, he were drafted to the Panthers, he would not be doing this. I think if he were drafted to he was the last pick of the draft and he was drafted to Dallas, he wouldn't have been doing this. If he were drafted to, let's say, Seattle, anybody, any other team at the moment, I don't think he would be where he's at right now. And that goes for a lot of other players as well. If you look at Trent Williams, look at Trent Williams. He was doing okay for what he was doing when he was with Washington. But Washington wasn't a great team. So you couldn't see everything that Trent Williams could really do. Trent Williams comes to the Niners, and he's amazing. Not that he wasn't great then, but he's even better now because of the organization, because of the culture, because of everything that the Niners have to offer. And that's why Brock Purdy is doing what he's doing. It's because of the culture of the team that he's with. It's also because he's just that damn good. I have no doubt in my mind he's talented beyond anything that we've had in the recent past. Mostly, I think he's gonna be great for a long time. I'm almost scared to find out what we have to do to keep him when that time comes. Yeah, he's only in his second year. We probably don't have to worry about him for next year. But then when his fourth year comes around, yeah, we're going to have to start thinking about how we're going to pay him. I mean, next year, this coming off season, we got to pay Ayuk. We are not keeping Chase Young. No. We have Drake Jackson. He'll come back. He'll be fine. But we got to pay Ayuk. So the following year is, all right, how do we keep Brock Purdy? Who do we not pay? Who do we have to cut? Who do we have to let go? That's going to be the tough one. But that's for then. This is now. This is Thursday night I'm recording this. And here in Wisconsin, Thursday, February 8th, there was a freaking tornado in Wisconsin in February. luckily, it was more southwest of where I'm at. I'm in the southeast of Wisconsin and kind of between Milwaukee and Madison. But this was a little southwest of me. And there was a tornado. It was crazy. Any type of weather here. You could have 4 seasons in one day. Anyway, Super Bowl Sunday. I thought about going out and watching it, do a watch party kind of thing. But the shout out to the Brew City Niners. Good group, great people. They have a Facebook thing, so look them up. But I'm gonna stay at home. I'm kind of happy I stayed at home for the Lions game. I don't want to even admit how wonderfully I was acting in that first half. Oh boy, I'm glad my wife was at work. But yeah, I'm gonna be staying home, watching the game. I'm gonna grill up some wings. Yes, I don't know how you cook your wings, but I'm gonna grill mine. It's gonna be decent enough weather here in Wisconsin. Even if it was, I live in Wisconsin, but I love to grill. I will grill when there's a foot of snow on the ground. I don't care. But I'm gonna grill my wings. Get the whole wings, chips. Trying to lose some weight. My New Year's resolution. Not the biggest resolution in the world, but I think it's easier to keep. I went from regular soda to diet. So diet do, go do. So we'll see how well that goes. But yeah, I'm going to be here at home watching the game. I will probably be standing up for most of it. I have a nice couch. I have a nice place to sit. If I want to, I could be right here in this room that I'm in, which is my 49er fan cave, as it were. It's a room in my basement that as you can see behind me, I painted the walls red with a gold stripe. If it goes all the way around this room. One of my future shows, I will do a quick scan of the room. You'll see some of my other things. I know it looks like there's a light covering that jersey that's behind me. Right there. That's Dante Pettis. I only have 2 signed jerseys, and unfortunately not the biggest names, but that's the only one I have in a frame at the moment, so it's the only one up on the wall. I'm hoping to get some more, and as I get them, I will put them up and show you. I know there's one on Facebook Marketplace that I'm eyeing. Would really like it. But we'll see. Anyway, Super Bowl Sunday. It's coming. Not a bad way to start your podcast career. Planning on watching the Super Bowl. It's also, hopefully, it'd be a good early birthday present, because my birthday is the following weekend. And we are going to win. That is my prediction. We are going to win. We're going to win big. I think we're going to win 34-17. I think we are going to get at least 1 interception. I think we're going to get at least 2 sacks. Lots of pressures. I think as much as I don't want to have it happen, I'm thinking Purdy is going to throw either an interception or interception, but possible interception, but we're going to recover from it. It's going to happen. Like I said, he's young, but he's really great. He can bounce back from it. He's already shown that he can. So let's go Niners. Let's go Super Bowl Sunday. We are going to have a great day, great weekend. Thank you all for tuning in. I really hope that this is going to get better and better as the weeks go on. I'm going to try to do this once a week, by the way, even in the off season. And it won't matter if I'm on vacation or not. If I'm somewhere, I'll have my laptop with me, so I'll still be able to keep doing this. And thank you all for watching. Please definitely comment below. I definitely need all the support I can get. Likes, dislikes. I think you can click the like button. As I learn more about this, I'll put more things like you hear people when they say, "Oh, I added a link in the comments below." I'll figure that out, and I'll start doing some linking of things. If I reference a particular quote I saw, I'll throw that down there, that sort of thing. Any other comments? Please let me know. I hope you all liked it. And here we go. Oh, there's one more thing. I just thought of it. I will be looking for someone, if you're interested, if you have some talent in drawing or designs, and you want to donate something, because I'm a parent of a kid in college, and I'm trying to help him pay for it, so I'm not the richest person in the world. So I need a design. I'd like a design for Voice of a Niner Faithful. I need something to put up at the front of this video. I think what I have is something I cobbled together. So even if I put it in there correctly, maybe you didn't even see it. Who knows? But I think I got it in there. But it's pretty basic. It's just something I found, a free thing to put your own thing together, and it's not the greatest in the world. So if you want to help out, shoot me a design. Again, the title, Voice of a Niner Faithful. Thank you very much, and you all have a wonderful weekend. Go Niners!